Hello, everyone. My name is Adrian McGuire. I'm presenting an oral presentation for my CS 475 online seminar class, which is, and my topic is the history of computer programming. The outline for my presentation is very simple, very straightforward. It's not really too much to dwell into. It's not, so much that it took different routes to get to. It's just the process started here, and it went to here, then it got to here. It's that straightforward. The first topic that we're going to be talking about is computer programming as we used to know, which is basically the history of computer programming, how it all started, where it came from, things that computer programming as we used to know it. Then we're going to dwell in the early developers / programs, the people that took on the initiative to take this task and, perfect it, see it, want to see it advance further, see how far they can go with it, what they can build, who are these significant people, so forth and so on. And our last topic is computer programming as we know it today. Computer programming has revolutionized, I can say, and it has very much revolutionized into a major thing. So we're going to take a look at these three topics, and hopefully this goes by well. Hopefully it goes well. So in order to understand these topics, we must understand what is computer programming. So computer programming is the process of designing and building an executable program to accomplish a specific computing result. To accomplish the result that you have sat down and thought about, or I'm pretty sure the idea was, how can I make this certain area easier in life using computer programming? I'm pretty sure that was the idea as far as to accomplish a specific computing result. So in order to further that idea, you must be well versed in a couple of things. So the tasks that it involves include analysis, which is basically like the data and statistics of your results, or how this performs or that performs, trying to move forward in your advancement of this specific area. Generating algorithms, which is basically like a wordy term for just, your specific coding, the certain steps that it takes to get what you want to achieve. Algorithm accuracy, how well that algorithm that you wrote or coded or generated performed. And these three things get you far with your idea. But in order to get that far, you have to have expertise in knowledge of what you're doing, in knowledge of the domain that you're in, the specific domain that you're in, specialized algorithms, how well you do with your algorithms, and formal logic or base logic in the computer programming universe. So the early programmers and programmable devices are as such. Early as the 9th century, a programmable music sequencer was invented by the Musa brothers. And this is just a list of things that helped computer programming kind of take off. I got a list because I thought the list was cool. I thought the list was nice to see. I always like to see where things come from, and how it gets to what it is today. We have Al-Jazari, who invented the programmable drum machine in 1206. centuries back. We have Al Kendi, who gave the first description of cryptanalysis, which is basically a code-breaking algorithm. The first computer program developed back in the 1800s with the name Ada Lovelace attached to it, being that she was well versed in trying to further seeing what she can do with computer programming. I feel that is the, not so much the start, but kind of like the, meaty portion of it. Everything else was kind of like the sides, because this is what we're using today. Well, this is a advanced form of what we're using today. And then we have the IBM 602 and 604, which were controlled by control panels. They were considered the first electronic computers. So these were a list of a few things that were futuristic to people back then. But, as things progressed and people progressed, this was very, we would call it prehistoric. So after that time period, that's when things got more developed, such as programming languages. The early programming languages, like I said, it started from something and went on to what it is, to be what it is now. Kind of like cars. Like, let's say a Dodge Challenger in the 1980s versus what it is now. We're looking at the classic, the back then, the classical programming languages. It's called machine code. Machine code is the term that is used when talking about the language of early programs. And early programs included Fortran, which was a really big one. Really the earliest programming language around 1957. And then came COBOL, which did commercial data processing, which means you get commerce from like using computers for businesses and stuff. And then we have Lisp, which is computer research, which was mainly used for computer research. So the next thing that we have moving forward from that, jumping towards today's time, we have several new machine languages that was used. Like I mentioned earlier, Fortran, COBOL, and Lisp. Now we have C++, C#, Java, which is the most commonly used one concerning today's programming and algorithms. Programming has advanced to the point where people can build websites. Programming languages have advanced to coding algorithms, to games / apps. I tell the people a lot of time that, a lot of stuff that you're doing on your phone or your tablet or your game or your console, this, that, and the third wouldn't be, allowed to do. It wouldn't be eligible to do if it didn't have, some type of computer programming behind it. Like that's the base. Like what people see today is the surface. But what, programmers and software engineers and people of that sort see is, what makes it, what built it to be, what it is today. Like Facebook, million, if not $1 billion company. Amazon programming language, the Amazon website, very popular website. Amazon app, very popular app. We got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that runs on computer programming. We also have developing new robotic technology, such as the robotic vacuum that runs across your floor and sweeps up, and picks up the dirt and debris, without you having to plug in a bigger model vacuum and having to do all that work yourself. We have Alexa, which was developed by the Amazon company, which is basically like I want to say in-home. It's basically Siri without calling it Siri, because it wasn't developed by Apple. We have programming for cell phones, like I said, all the social medias. We have tablets, like games such as Candy Crush. We have the Bible app. We have several different news applications, music applications, like Apple Music and Spotify, SoundCloud, and consoles, which allow you game developers or software developers to develop games, and games be available at, without you having to go to the store and buy it or wait in line to buy it. It's accessible on your console. Computers, portable laptops that are essentially tablets with a keyboard. It's just a lot of, we have progressed as far as what we used to know back then, what was very simple and very basic, to what we have now, which is very complex, very structured. It takes a lot of skill, a lot of to have a lot of mindset, to have a strong mindset concerning computer programming, because it's a very tedious task in order to keep up with what the world is today, and further advancing it, because we don't want to stay in one place. So that was my presentation of the history of computer programming. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I shedded some light. I hope I was able to take you on a virtual journey of what my topic was, and I hope I excelled at doing that journey. Thank you.